Welcome back to my channel, Glitter Babes. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are creating a headboard. These are some of the materials I'll be using today: wallpaper, gold tape, LED remote lights, black or white erase markers, and poster boards. I'll be using 16 poster boards for this DIY today. I'll be using 4 of the poster boards to create the first panel, and I'm using duct tape to tape them together. After I'm finished with this first panel, I'll be creating 3 more panels just like this. After this, I'll be taking 2 panels and taping them together, and that's going to be my main board for my headboard. This next clip is going to be a little confusing, and it's only because I was originally going to do 3 poster boards, and then I changed my mind and did 4. So I am taping them together now, and I'll be adding 2 more poster boards. And the gray tape is where I added the extra 2. So all in total, I had 4 panels. I taped 2 of the panels together, and these 2 panels will be going on both sides of the headboard. This part is pretty simple. I am just taking my wallpaper and covering the poster boards with it. And as you can see, there's still a gap on the end, so I'm going to take the wallpaper and just cover up the small spaces. And now I'll be covering the 2 side panels with the wallpaper as well. And this is how all the panels looked when they were finished. I apologize for this part in advance. I'm using a white dry erase marker and I thought it would show up clearer than it did. This is a close-up of how it looks. So I'll try my best to explain everything that's going on since you all can't really see the lines. But I divided the board in 5 and I'm going to draw lines where the gold tape is going to be. So each space in between is about 15 inches. And this is how the lines look when I was finished. Like I said, I apologize. It's not very clear. And now I'm covering the white lines with the gold tape. And this is how the board looked when I was finished. And I went ahead and did the second board the same way. And I was able to trace the lines from the first board to the second one so that they were both even. And I went ahead and added the center headboard, and I'll be using the side panels to help draw the lines to the main panel. And I did make sure all the boards were lined up because the lines have to be perfect for this project to look right at the end. And I kept making sure that nothing shifted and that everything would line up. These are the lines, as you can see. Well, unfortunately, they're not as dark as they should be, but I zoomed in closer so you all can kind of see. I will now be extending the lines to 10 inches. And the same thing that I'm doing on this side of the board, I'll be doing to the other side of the board. And again, I am definitely making sure that my lines are straight and that they cross over and match up with the other ones. I am now going over the lines with my gold tape. And I'm cutting off the extra tape at the 10-inch mark. And this is how both sides look when I was finished. This next part is super easy. Do not overthink it. It was so easy that I didn't even bother measuring. I'm basically gonna take the tape and line it down with the lower panels. So I'm taking the tape and I'm just going to the bottom of the board and I'm tucking the extra tape underneath. And I'm doing the other side the exact same way. So I'll be doing the second set of strips just like I did the lower set and connecting it to the lower panels. So your strip should be stopping at this lower intersection because you should still see the poster boards through the wallpaper, which made this so much easier. And I'm going to continue to do the same thing for the next two. And as you can see, I am cutting off the extra tape as well. So I'm pretty much finished with the lower half of the board. The last thing I'm going to do to the board is add a V at the top. I did not realize that the camera was blurry. It wasn't focused at the moment, but I measured across and it was 60 inches. So I marked 20 inches off of each side, and I am going to be making a V. And here I am correcting the line because I was a little off. And now I am adding the gold tape. Next, I am going to create my wall sconces, and if you've seen a couple of my headboard DIYs, you already know how I create them. The two long pieces are 20 inches long and the shorter pieces are 12 inches long. I am using hot glue to attach them, Gorilla Hot Glue, but sometimes I use corner brackets instead. And I am adding hot glue to each corner to make sure that the frame stays intact. Next, I'll be taking the frame outside and spray painting it gold. I will now be using this leftover garland, crystal garland that I used for another project, and I'll be gluing this on the frame. These pieces are already pre-cut, so they'll be different lengths, but I don't mind because it'll give it a fringe look anyway. And this is how it looked when I added all the crystal garland to it. Next, I'll be adding this mirror gold tape to the perimeter of the frame. So you can hang this up on the wall two ways. I pre-drilled 2 holes on the back side, and I'm going to screw them in the wall that way. But you can also use the corner brackets that I showed earlier, and you can screw those in on the bottom and screw them in the wall. And now I will be hanging up the headboard, and I'm going to hang up my wall sconces as well. I will be using double-sided tape, and I am going to take my stapler and just staple the corners of the headboard. And as you can see, I'm just screwing in the screws into the wall. Don't mind the extra holes. I changed my mind several times about how I wanted to put it up, but I eventually went back to my first plan. Next, I am adding in my remote lights that I got from Home Depot, but you can also get yours from Amazon. We are dealing with a fire right now, so my orders are not coming in at the moment. And this is how the headboard looked when everything was finished. I redid this style to make it easier for you all using the wallpaper instead of the fabric. So please let me know if you guys think that this is easier than the other one. I really would like to know. And this is how it looked with the lights low. And I wanted to save the bad news for last. As some of you guys know, I live in Los Angeles and we are currently on fire right now. This is the view from my window. This is my footage from my window, and this is how it looked yesterday. It's getting worse, and please just pray for us. This is the most recent picture that I took. People are losing their homes that they've worked their whole lives for, and it's very heartbreaking. My daughter and I are safe right now. I'm just hoping that the fire is put out really soon. Remember to be grateful for what you have, because none of us saw this coming at all, and anything could happen at any moment. I will keep you all updated, but until next time, see you later, glitter babes.